Weston Flynn slammed the lid of his laptop and glowered at his office door. A lower-level aide, inherited from the last person to hold this position, had stuck his head inside without waiting for a response to his short, sharp knock. "Sir, I Never open that door without permission, Lawrence. Never. Do you understand?" The young man's freckled face flushed the same dull red as his hair. "I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to remind you of—" "And when I need a reminder about anything, I'll let you know. Close the door." "Yes, sir. Sorry, sir." West waited until the door clicked shut before once again flipping open his laptop. He clicked the play button on the video, wanting to see it once more before making his decision official. The wrong choice would cost him a fortune, or worse, ruin his career. Of course, the risk was a big part of the thrill, and his new find excited him more than any he'd seen in a while. On the screen, a young, dark-haired woman sat in a generic, small-town TV studio. She was about to be introduced by a perky reporter for one of those noontime local news shows that people only watch out of boredom. WGUL, voice of Levy County, Florida, wasn't must-see TV in this or in any other universe. Which was a good thing, because the fewer viewers who saw this particular show, the better for Weston Flynn. It had aired 3 days ago, and he'd spent most of his free time since then working quietly with his personal assistant to put his plan in place. The reporter went through her introductions. "We're talking today to Gillian Campbell, a biologist who works for the state of Florida, caring for the animals in the Cedar Key scrub state." This wasn't the important part, so West advanced the video clip to the halfway point. The biologist looked to be in her late 20s, with an easy smile, an athletic build, and a lot of self-confidence. Her demeanor during the interview suggested the earnest passion of an obsessive personality, a character trait he could use to his advantage. He simply had to get her obsessed over the right thing. West knew all about obsessive types because he was one and had never seen it as a fault. He obsessed over his political career, his investment portfolio, his public image. But the obsession he most enjoyed? Membership in the exclusive C7 club he'd helped found 5 years earlier. 7 collectors scattered around the world, each competing to obtain some of the world's most valuable treasures before the others got them first. And not another one of them had likely seen this obscure little bit of TV footage, or were willing to gamble that they could be the first to claim it. Gillian Campbell's current obsession appeared to be her side job as a nuisance alligator trapper, which held no interest for West. What mattered lay in her answer to the question of whether she feared being injured by one of the beasts it was her job to care for, catch, and relocate. "I probably should be afraid," Campbell said, laughing. West edged the volume higher. "My family does fall under the Campbell curse, after all." "Ooh," crooned the reporter. "Tell us about the curse." "It's a family legend," the woman shrugged. "One of my ancestors, Duncan Campbell, supposedly stole a priceless ruby cross from the Knights Templars back in medieval times, and he and all his descendants were cursed by the Templars to die young until the cross is returned to its proper place. Of course, that was hundreds of years ago. The Knights Templars no longer exist, and both my thieving ancestor, Duncan, and the cross went down in a shipwreck hundreds of years ago off the coast of Canada." The reporter leaned forward. "And do people in your family die young?" The biologist had been smiling throughout the interview, but at that question, her face grew still and inscrutable, as if a mask had been dropped over it. "Let's just talk about the gators." West stopped the video, shut down the browser, and slid the computer into his briefcase.